officials for the game today. Bill McCreary will be the referee. The linesman, Mike Stivic and Mark Wheeler. Jeremy Roenick sends Smith to center, and he'll shoot it in. Around to the near side. Roenick back to the line. Chelus. Deep slot. Wide open. Smith cutting in center. One. Roenick cuts for the net. Shoot. They score. Tipped in by Joe Murphy. What a pass by Roenick. He pulled everybody to the near post. Slipped it across to a wide open Murphy, who had a tap in. 1-0 Chicago.
Well, Jeremy Roenick, an unselfish play, a chance to shoot himself, and elected to pass off. And that's great to see, because Roenick had 4 assists his last time in this building. Smith from Chelios to Roenick. Roenick over to Joe Murphy, and a tap in for his second goal as a Blackhawk, and his second goal in his career in 6 games against the Oilers.
So a poor penalty from Dave Manson leads to a Hawk power play goal
for the Blackhawks.
Face off in the Hawk zone to the deep slot. Held in by Kravchuk, nicely trying to center a shot. They score! Went right through Belfour. A turnaround shot from Sean Podine. And the Oilers come right back to tie the game at 1. That one went right through the Eagle.
Well, Kravchuk, who has a hip pointer, made a nice play. Gilbert went out sliding to try and block it after the face-off win. But Kravchuk with a spin move kept it in. It was stopped momentarily and then deflected. And the quick turnaround shot. So Podine gets his 10th goal. He's played extremely well. Scored his 10th. Esa Tikkanen is having a real subpar year for him after signing a multi-year $1 million contract. Only 13 goals for Tikkanen, though he's been a lot better in the second half. But Tikkanen trying to stir it up with Jeremy Roenick.
To the far board and Manson. Rolled it ahead to Tikkanen. Top of the ring to Manson. Deep slot to Kravchuk to Manson. He was ready for a one-timer. The pass wasn't good enough, though. Kravchuk now, his long shot. Belfour the save. Rebound. Tikkanen. Look. Shoots. He scored! And Belfour got a piece, but Esa Tikkanen had all kinds of time to stick handle, pick a spot. Belfour got a piece, but it trickled in behind. 2-1 Edmonton.
Figures, 2 teams with awful power plays. Both have scored power play goals in the first half of the first period, but to give a team a 5-on-3 advantage for a minute, sooner or later they're going to score. The shot never got through. Chelios went down. Tikkanen drifted away. Belfour did get a piece of it with the left arm, but it had enough steam to cross the line and into the net over the shoulder to give the Oilers a 2-1 lead. So Tikkanen gets his 14th. The Hawks power plays against them. 3 straight penalties to Ruutu, Troy Murray, and Smith, and they find themselves down a goal.
2-1 Oilers halfway through the opening period. Here's Goulet in the Edmonton zone, leaving for Roenick. Roenick trying to battle to the net. He does. He shoots. He scores. Jeremy Roenick just muscled his way to the goal mouth and scooped the backhander in. A great play by Roenick after Goulet gave him a pick, and it's 2-2.
There's going to be a lot of offense, it looks like, this afternoon, but Jeremy Roenick off to a roaring start. Ranford puts it around. Goulet lets it go, seeing that Roenick was coming. A good play by Goulet. Set a pick, and then Roenick shields the puck beautifully with his body against a very good defensive forward, McTavish, and went to the backhand and tucked it in to beat Ranford to tie the game.
Scared for a moment. Here's the second Hawk goal.
Jeremy Roenick with great work to shield the puck and then stick handle in traffic with McTavish draped on his back. Larmer fields off to keep Murphy in open lane and to stay onside, and Ranford was beaten on that bullet and hit the ledge and deflected up into the seat.
Puck came to Murphy, and Roenick saw that he had his head up. He found the open ice. Murphy found him and had a good scoring chance. Now here's the play on the Hawk power play. Larmer on the far side. Side of the net to Murphy for Roenick. A shot. He scores. Same play. The second time is the charm. As Larmer moved it to the side of the net, Murphy a perfect pass, and Roenick buried it. 2 goals for JR. It's 3-2 Hawks.
It's the only way it's going to work, and that you can't do it any better than that. And they do it the second time, almost deja vu. This time the shot was a little lower, but almost a carbon copy into Murphy to Roenick, and bang. This time he made no mistake, and Roenick gets his 3rd point of the afternoon, and he gets his 38th goal.
Meanwhile, the Blackhawk power play, a season-long headache. 2 for 2 today. Ran over Keith Brown, but then it's held by Rutu to Graham, right in alone. Graham, the shot. Ranford was falling to his right, kicked back to his left and stopped it.
Long enough as Ranford, leaning to his right, was able to reach back to his left with the glove and just get enough of it. It was Dirk Graham. Almost made it a 4-2 lead early in the second period.
He made a nice couple of stick handling moves, and Russell couldn't hang with him. Belfour made a nice stop. Now Hartman, a big hit. He just leveled Ellick, who had his head down, trying to come out of the Oilers' zone, and Todd Ellick.
He doesn't know where he is.
He's slow to come to the Edmonton bench, and it's almost surprising he can find the right bench.
And Brian Markman with a crunching check, catching Ellick with his head down deep in his own zone, snapped his stick off right in two. Ellick wasn't sure where he was for a while, and now he's back on the bench, but he had his head down, his shoulder to chin. And Ellick went crashing to the ice as his stick broke in half. Head up in the winter and head down in the summer, and he got him mixed up.
And he was mixed up because of it. Lemieux, and Tikkanen comes out. 2-on-2 to the Hawk line. Tikkanen trying to split the defense end left to the center. Pass, they score! Louie DeBrusk off a great feed from Dave Manson, and the Blackhawks and Oilers are now tied at 3.
Roenick makes a good play at the one end, but gets caught in the 3-on-2 break. And some beautiful passing. Tikkanen tried to split the defense, almost was successful in doing so. Both Smith and Chelios went to him. The puck to Manson, to DeBrusk, the one-timer. He chipped it past the blocker of Belfour and ties the game with 6:46 left. Tikkanen drew 2 defensemen. DeBrusk was open, and Manson found him.
Louie DeBrusk scores just his 5th goal of the year. Now here's a steal by the Oilers. Tikkanen centering a shot. Belfour, great save on a neat deflection from the Oilers' Seager.
He did a little pat for Joe Murphy, former teammates and friends.
Igor Kravchuk feeds Ellick. Ellick into the Hawk zone. Tried to center. DeBrusk with a backhand. He scores! Louie DeBrusk fought off 2 checks, got rid of a backhander, and Louie DeBrusk has scored his 2nd goal of the game. He came into the action with only 4 goals all year. It's 4-3 Edmonton.
2 rushes up the ice for Todd Ellick in this same shift resulted in quality chances. He lost possession the first time, but he surprised everyone as DeBrusk surprised both Kuchera and Rutu. They both let up, and for a split second, and DeBrusk, a big winger, was able to muscle a backhander in for his 2nd goal of the day, and to give Edmonton the lead. A great start for Todd Ellick, who was hammered in the middle part of the second period. He very nearly scored a goal and then sets up DeBrusk.
Trying to center one, deflected right on. Ranford just got a piece of that, and he knows he was lucky. He looked skyward after the puck happened to hit him. Over the line is Klima, getting around Lemieux, cutting and centering. McTavish, diving save by Belfour. Noonan in the near corner. Took a bump, Troy Murray came up with it. Murray at the top of the circle, a shot deflected by Noonan right to the doorstep, and Lemieux couldn't stuff it in. Then he centered. Here's Murray, and his shot was blocked. Rebound! They score! It was tapped in, I believe, by Noonan or Murray. They were both at the front of the net, and the Blackhawks have tied the game at 4.
What a great second effort shift by all 3 Hawk forwards, Lemieux, Noonan, and Troy Murray. The shot deflected by Noonan to the blocker and sticked away by Ranford to Lemieux. The backhand out front, deflected off Kravchuk. The backhand shot, the save. Back to Troy Murray, a bouncing puck. Noonan, I believe, tucked it in. Troy Murray was there as well. He might have maybe pushed it across the line as it lay there, but nevertheless, a great shift for Noonan, Troy Murray, and Lemieux.
They give Noonan credit for the goal, so Brian Noonan comes up with a big goal for the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks today, Dale, are trying to really buck the odds in terms of stats. So far this season, when the Hawks have allowed 4 goals or more, that's happened 24 times. They have only 1 win. Gave it to Luke Richardson. He clears to center. McTavish to the Hawk line. Will run out of time. We're going to extra time in Edmonton today. Circle shoots one. It deflects the Larmer. Shot and a save by Ranford. And he's able to cover it up.
Chelios spanned on his first attempt, but was able to get something on the next one. It deflected the Larmer. Larmer was tied up, tried to go away from it and turn on his forehand, was yanked to the ice, and while he was on the ice, still was able to get a shot away. Bill Sutter realizing the importance of this one, a 4-4 game. This is a nerve-wracking time for the coaching staff. Detroit now has a 3-1 lead over San Jose. That game is in the third period.
Behind. Roy Murray has nobody in front. Has time, though, to set up shot back of the net. Murray takes a look, chipped it in front. Lemieux got knocked down, though, after Smith had snuck in. Now Murray gets to it in the slot, leaving for Chelios. The shot. Ranford stopped the rebound. Ranford, another take rebound. Ranford stopped Chelios. Oh, what a sequence for Bill Ranford. The Hawks all over the Oiler net. And Ranford stands tall for Edmonton. 3 at least point-blank saves right there. Now they battle away at center ice, and the Oilers force it into the Hawk zone. Gets help from Seeger to the near corner. Seeger stick handling, and Goulet trying to handle him. Now the puck is stolen by Kuchera, who rolled it out to center. Through 2 feet, Goulet has the room, steps over the line, fires! Hawk win! Hawk win! Goulet with a great play from Route 2 to send him into open ice. Goulet from 30 feet cranked it off the far post and in. Hawks win it in OT. Michel Goulet makes it 5-4.
What a big win. Ranford keeps the Oilers in with a brilliant performance in the third, and even better in the overtime. A great sequence prior to that with 3 great saves on Chelios in front, and a great play from Route 2 with his back to Goulet. I don't know how he knew he was open.
Man,
the puck in the neutral zone right at center ice. Graham to Route 2. Route 2 swats it away. It is on his backhand to Goulet, and Goulet beats Ranford with a laser beam off the post and off the other post, hit both posts and into the net. What a shot by Goulet, a winner in overtime, their first win in the regular season in overtime.
Michel Goulet's 22nd goal of the year was the 6th shot on goal for the Hawks in overtime. An OT that lasted 3 minutes and 9 seconds. The Hawks had 6 shots. The Oilers had 1. The final total's 46 shots on goal for Chicago, 32 for Edmonton. Michel Goulet's 22nd of the year, assisted beautifully by Christian Ruutu. Dirk Graham also assisting at the 3:09 mark. And a big-time win for the Blackhawks. Steve Smith's daughter will accompany him happily into the Hawk dressing room, or at least near it. And the Blackhawks with the veteran sniper Goulet. How much finer could that shot be?
Give Kuchera some credit. He was being harassed. Graham taps it into the neutral zone, but Ruutu knocked the player off the puck, swatted it to Goulet, who was wide open, and just 10 feet inside the line. Ranford was moving forward, was right in the middle of the ice, about 6 feet outside the crease, and Goulet beat him to the stick side off both posts and into the net.